Hey hosers, James Griffin here, and I am bringing you my first game in the Tier 6 Pepsicola. This is a kind of a replacement. I will not be streaming tonight, it's Friday. I try to stream every Friday, but due to some plans made long ago, I will not be able to. But I will be showing you this, and I may stream on Saturday. As a replacement stream. It's just impossible for me to stream tonight. At any rate, as being the very first game in the Pepsicola, the Tier 6 Pepsicola anyways, this should hopefully help anyone who has not gotten to it, or who has gotten to it but wants to try it out in a new version. It is very much the same. What's going on with the camera? I think I'm just trying to zoom out too far. It is very much the same as the Tier 7 Pepsicola, with almost the same stats. I do have a couple of things that I should mention that you may see. My commander is Jack Dunkirk, and I have the Expert Marksman. The turrets on this thing turn extremely slow, on par with Japanese heavy cruisers like the Myoko or the Ioba. It's, I believe, a base of 45 seconds. For 180 degrees. So Jack Dunkirk has a improved Expert Marksman. I also have Survival Expert on my commander, just because this ship is squishy, and I want to maximize my survivability. So there is that. Now, though, if you're not familiar with the American heavy cruisers, starting with the Pepsicola, now at Tier 6 instead of 7, they have a slower rate of fire, but much, much better guns than something like the Cleveland, or I guess now the Omaha. You do have to plan it out a little bit. It is sort of like a light, it's more like a light battleship with no armor. But you can just up and do that, and I feel I should have gotten a little bit more damage out of that. I'm not sure. We're going to give him another salvo, and we give him another citadel for 11,000 damage. Now, I know it is a British light cruiser, but there are a whole whack of ships that, I believe that if I was using the 8-inch guns on like an Aoba or a Taco, that it would have bounced, just because these things have very good, the ricochet angle is less for American heavy cruisers than one of the new Soviet battle cruisers. Watch out for that when it becomes more readily available. Now, I'm not sure what is spotting me. I think it's like some crew or something down in here, but I can't figure it out for the life of me. It's not the Farragut. He's sitting in smoke here. It could be the Emil Bertin. He has a very good concealment compared to, while it's a heavy cruiser, its concealment is terrible. You should be firing your guns a lot anyways. Alright, and I also forgot to equip the Hydroacoustic Search. I have the defensive AA, but there were a lot of carriers today, so I actually kind of left it on. It doesn't have Cleveland levels of AA, but the AA on this thing still is not, it wasn't designed as an anti-aircraft escort cruiser. But the anti-aircraft on this thing is not terrible. Another very good thing, you can kind of see it. I'm not going to get a lot of hits on that Emil Bertin. It's a very good ship. It's very fast. And it's very... it's too squishy. It's too squishy. It's kind of hard to hurt with AP. But I like to spam AP anyways. If I actually got him there, it would have penetrated. So I am kind of trying to stay out of the line of fire of that Giulio Casari over there, just because I just can't hit this guy. I don't want to get shot at by that battleship. It can hurt me very badly. That said, the 8-inch guns on this, and it's got 10 8-inch guns. The 8-inch gun batteries on this thing are capable of doing significant damage, even with AP, to a battleship under the right circumstance. And definitely with AP, and definitely with HE, it can cause some problems. I'm not as much of a fan of HE spam as other people seem to be, but there is a time and a place for it. We're gonna give this Milbur 10 one more AP salvo, and here comes some enemy aircraft. We bounced. I think we just got him under the waterline, but our shell was at too steep a incline, so here we go. We're going to pop our defensive AA, and we have our catapult fighter up. I'm just going to try to get into the smoke so that I'm not seen. And you can see that while we do have quite a few quite a few friendly ships here, we are making, in general, very short work of those torpedo bombers coming after us. Just in that short amount of time, we shot down 9 enemy aircraft. So we're going to fire some AP and switch to HE on this Farragut. I did get one overpin against them, but do a whole lot of damage. And as you can see here, I am kind of on the I'm on the forward edge of our battle line here, and I am not afraid. That Casari is kind of worrying me, but another very good thing about the Pepsicola is that she is rather nimble. She can turn very easily. The maneuverability on this ship is what I would call comfortable. We're going to give this Giulio Casari two 8-inch gun shells, high explosive, set them on fire. But I want this Farragut. I don't like him having torpedoes. He looks like he's going to set up for a torpedo run here, actually, with his engine boost on and heading straight for us. I don't know who he's going after. He could be going after the Dunkirk or the Königsberg or myself. But we're going to give him nothing. The guns on this are very accurate, but sometimes I'm just a terrible shot. Now he hides in smoke, probably the best thing he can do. But I just get enough, see him just long enough to fire, and 4 high explosive shells do roughly 3,000 damage to him, whatever he had left, and he goes down, hitting just this Giulio Casari. The interesting thing about the Giulio Casari is that it is one of only a very few number of ships that have different sized gun turrets. So if you look at her, she's got 2 triple turrets, and there is where the maneuverability comes in. I hit the brakes and I turned into him, and all of his shots missed. But he's got 2 triple gun turrets and 2 twin gun turrets. Now his triple turrets are on the bottom, and his twins are on top. But there's only been a few ships with a kind of this turrets of different numbers of guns. The King George V and one of the American standard type battleships. I can't remember which one it is. It's not in the game. Also has it, but the Pepsicola is unique in that it has the twin batteries, the twin turrets, forward and on the bottom, and the triple turrets super firing over the twin turrets. This solved a couple of problems on the Pepsicola. but it also caused a couple of problems. Along with this very heavy mainmast, and the guns here being mounted up so high, the ship was top heavy. They actually had to heavily modify them to stop them from rolling over and potentially capsizing. It was a major problem, but I believe they fixed it. Both Pensacola class cruisers did survive, or I believe. The other one being the Salt Lake City. Because I believe is what they gave the community contributors and super testers. We also have now the reason for this interesting arrangement is actually very practical. They couldn't design a turret narrow enough with three guns in it to put in this position. So what they did is to basically maximize the usable length of the ship. They put this twin turret in here, and then a triple turret up behind it to maximize firepower. These were actually originally designated as light cruisers and launched as light cruisers, just because of their terrible armor. They're armored very lightly. They have, I think they're equivalent to like an Omaha or other light cruisers of the day. Definitely not extremely heavily armored, and they were launched as a light cruiser, but the Washington Naval Treaty made the legal definition, basically, of any ship with greater than 6-inch guns, greater than 6.1-inch guns, because the Mogamis had 6.1-inch guns, but they made these ships legally designated as heavy cruisers. So they were launched as light cruisers, and then unmodified recategorized as heavy cruisers because of their 10.8-inch guns. Just some interesting information there while we shoot at that Leander that died before our shells could hit it. So, yeah, that's just some interesting information to keep your attention there. Well, I find it fascinating too. So, yeah, it's simply like this just because they couldn't fit. They wanted to bring this turret as far forward as they possibly could. Now we're going to spam some HE at this New Mexico at long range. He just got hit by a torpedo, so he's probably flooding. So I want to try to set him on fire. Our Dunkirk is about to die. Their Pensacola actually gets some. There's some friendly torpedo bombers coming in. There's my fire. I think he's going to actually stay on fire for quite some time. Of course, we have to be able to aim properly to use our excellent accuracy. So I'm switching to armor piercing now because I want to ambush that Pensacola right that's coming up right here. I probably should have launched my spotter a little bit sooner. And there he goes up.
Fighter airborne.
And it probably could have been better turned in. There he is. So I'm gonna give him some AP. He's firing AP at me. And I hurt him, but he hurts me really badly. I knock out his engine though. And I'm just gonna try to get all 10 shots into his citadel. And I actually detonated him. I guess I probably put them right into his I probably put both of those citadels right into his lower bed armor, or into the magazine itself. So we kill each other. I didn't get a terrible ending. 9 aircraft shot down in one airstrike against me and other ships around me, and 83,000 damage, 32,000 spotting damage on top of that, which is not all that bad. And I'm thinking, yeah, this is not looking grim, or this is not looking terribly good. A little bit grim. We have this very full health, well, half health New Mexico, which has very good anti-aircraft, and it's is it higher? Yeah, it's higher tier than our Bogue, and we have a almost dead Königsberg, but their Zwiho is almost dead as well. On the other hand, their battleship can fire until it's dead, and our boat can run out of aircraft. So I would, I'm telling people just to hide, hide and win by time, or by points, because we do have 1 point. But somehow this these 3 aircraft from the Bogue managed not to get shot down, and that didn't do a huge amount of damage, but this Königsberg actually decides that he's going to try to make a torpedo run. This is not the best choice of stuff to do, and he's also firing his guns at the Zwiho, and ignoring the Königsberg with his guns, or the New Mexico rather. So the Königsberg dies, obviously. But he did gun down the Zwiho, and want to see what's going to happen with this New Mexico. It looks like he might have gotten hit by a torpedo, or is he still flooding from the Bogue? We'll see. And it was flooding from the Königsberg that killed him. So the Königsberg must have hit with one of those torpedoes. He goes out with a massive bang. Good work to you, Königsberg. So we're going to look at what we've got here. So I would say that I had a decent game. Not the best, not the worst. But for a first battle in this ship at this tier, I kind of like it. We have 83,000 damage done, 9 aircraft shot down, and only 1 airstrike against us or someone around us. I think that those last 2 torpedo bombers that I shot down were coming from me. Destroyed 3 enemy ships, only set 2 fires. Not that I shot a lot of HE. 5 citadels. This thing is a citadel. This thing is a citadel generator. It takes citadels, and it gets and it takes citadels in return. We have looking at the team screen. I did get by a fair amount the most XP. So I did have a decent game compared to everyone else. That Pepsicola that I guess I saw had a very good game. Well, he's above 5 rank anyways. So I can see that there, but I gave to him worse and better than he gave to me. So I'm the best one on my team, and I managed to kill the best one on their team. The New Mexico had a decent game. I actually did shoot down the second, tied for the New Mexico, the second most aircraft kills. So the AA on the thing is reasonably good. I don't know how much it's actually changed from tier 7. I don't even know if the hit points were changed. I think they were nerfed a little bit. I think I might have lost like a couple of thousand or something like that. It's like it's 30,500 or something like that. It's not a very durable ship, to say the least. We dealt 31,000 damage to that Pepsicola to sink him. I'm pretty sure I had less health than that when I engaged him. So we'll call that a good trade. Dealt 11,000 to the Caesar. 3,000. 2,900 roughly to the Farragut. 17 to the New Mexico, 17 to the Emerald. I only hit him a few times. So I spread my, with the exception of the Pepsi, I spread my damage around a little bit. Not the best game positional wise for me, but I was where I needed when I needed to be there. And again, looking back at the team screen here, I think that killing that other Pensacola, that rank 4 dude on 4 kills, was probably the best thing I could have done to help my team win. I shot down 6 torpedo bombers and 3 dive bombers. I actually got 32,000 damage spotting, which is interesting. And I spotted 7 torpedoes, big deal. Dealt... Here's something that's interesting. I did 16,000 damage with fires and 15,000 damage with high explosive shells. I only set 2 fires. I think one on the Kasari and one on the Mexico. But they did quite a bit of damage, but I still did considerably more damage with my armor piercing than I with my 28 hits of armor piercing, which did 51,000, as opposed to my 36 high explosive hits, which only did 15,000 plus 16,000 in fires. So I hit with considerably less armor piercing, but I did considerably more damage with it. One thing is that the American 8-inch gun shells have better bounce angles, so you can get things. People who are unaware of this, if they think they're angled, they might not be angled against you. Only some of the new Russian battlecruisers. One new Russian battlecruiser, and it's one that only has AP, gets this. And we walked away with a cool, just under 250,000 credits, and Mr. Dunkirk got 3,600 XP. Regular XP is pointless for me because I had the not the Desmonet, but I had the Baltimore when we got this, so that is not a thing. So that is it for this one. I'll again remind I'm unable to stream tonight. I will stream tomorrow if I can. I may or may not be able. I'm not entirely sure about that. We'll see to it when that gets here. And if I don't stream tomorrow, I will stream Warships on Sunday instead of Tennessee. But that's it for this one, and have a good one, eh?